Imagine a time when practicing your faith could cost you everything. Not just your job or your reputation, but your very life. This was the chilling reality for Christians in Nazi Germany, where a brave, defiant underground church emerged from the shadows. What can their incredible story teach us about faith, courage, and standing firm in the face of tyranny? Today, we're diving deep into the untold story of the underground church in Nazi Germany. This isn't just a history lesson. It's a powerful guide for navigating challenging times. Drawing parallels to the profound wisdom found in Antoine E. Banks' book, Ecclesia, here is a guide to living under a dictatorship. The word ecclesia means a called-out assembly, a community of believers. And in the darkest of times, these believers found a way to be the church, even when the world tried to silence them. To understand the underground church, we must first understand the world it was born into. In the 1930s, Germany was a nation in turmoil. Economic hardship and political instability created fertile ground for the Nazi Party's rise to power. Their ideology of absolute control sought to dominate every aspect of society, including religion. The Nazis saw Christianity as a threat to their authority, a competing loyalty they could not tolerate. The mainstream German churches faced a terrible choice: conform or resist. Many, tragically, chose to align with the Nazi regime, hoping to preserve their institutions. But a courageous minority refused to bow down. This was the birth of the Confessing Church, a movement of pastors and theologians who declared that their ultimate allegiance was to Jesus Christ, not Adolf Hitler. They were the seeds of the underground church, a network of believers who would risk everything for their faith. This struggle was not new. The Bible is filled with stories of believers who faced similar trials. Think of Daniel in Babylon, who refused to bow to a golden idol despite the consequences. Or Joseph in Egypt, who maintained his integrity in a foreign land despite adversity. And Esther, a queen who risked her life to speak truth to power and save her people. Their stories teach us about relating to hostile authorities with both wisdom and courage. Inspired by these biblical examples, the underground church in Nazi Germany took action. They held secret worship services in homes, barns, and even forests. They printed and distributed Bibles, sermons, and other Christian literature that had been banned by the Nazis. Figures like Dietrich Bonhoeffer started underground seminaries to train pastors who would preach the true gospel, not the twisted version approved by the state. Their resistance wasn't just about words, it was about action. The underground church performed incredible acts of compassion, hiding Jews and other persecuted minorities from the Gestapo. They shared their food, their homes, and their lives, demonstrating the love of Christ in the most tangible ways. These were acts of defiance against a regime built on hatred and division. But this courage came at a great cost. Many members of the underground church were arrested, tortured, and executed for their faith. They paid the ultimate price for their convictions, leaving behind a legacy of unwavering commitment that continues to inspire us today. So, what can we learn from the underground church and these timeless biblical stories? How can we live as the ecclesia in our own time? The book Ecclesia provides a roadmap, reminding us of the importance of continuing to worship even when gatherings are restricted, and of raising our children in faith, even in a world that may be hostile to our beliefs. The underground church survived because they had each other. They understood the power of community, of discipleship, and of bearing one another's burdens. In a world that often feels isolating, their story is a powerful reminder that we are stronger together. We are called to be a part of a vibrant, supportive community of believers. The underground church in Nazi Germany is a testament to the enduring power of faith in the darkest of times. Their story, along with the timeless wisdom of the Bible and the insights of books like Ecclesia, calls us to a deeper, more courageous faith. What does it mean for you to be the Ecclesia in your world today? How can you live out your faith with courage and conviction? Perhaps it's about finding ways to resist conformity to worldly values or standing up for truth when it's unpopular. Maybe it's about creating communities of faith that support one another through difficult times. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.